Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, everybody. Rodopo here, bringing you back Warrior Conquest news. And today's update 1.8.6, we got the ZA DLC Megas. We got some new things that were added to this game, with some fixes and also a balance patch that I'll be going over today. Now let's go over the ZA DLC Megas. They are being sold by the same person in Oricorio City, and they're right behind me, as you can see here. So when you go talk to them and in the shop, all the DLCZA megas are at the bottom. The second addition to this game is the Zygarde cube, where you can change Zygarde from 50% to 10% and vice versa. All you need is to have Zygarde captured and in your party and talk to the scientist in the Zygarde lab. And new additions, Pokeball swapping is now in the game. By talking to the scientist in the stamp shop, you can swap your Pokeballs, and also stamp spins are now purchasable for 10k Poké Dollars. For Pokeball swapping, it really depends on what Pokeball you have in your party, and you will lose that Pokeball and gain the one that Pokemon has. So let's say I have Zygarde for example, and I want to swap it to a normal Pokeball or Luxury Ball. I will now lose that Luxury Ball, but gain my Master Ball back, and vice versa if I do it again. Oricorio Nectars are in the game, being a 25% chance of each of them being dropped from a wild Oricorio, or you can buy them from the Stone Shop, which they cost 10k Poké Dollars. To add on to that, Battle Camps are now in the shop also in every game mode besides Adventure mode, if I'm reading this correctly. To finish off the additions to the game, Mega Forms for Shadow Mewtwo are in the game now by using the base form stones. Nuzlocke game mode now gives player infinite money and ticks. And shinies for Armor Roots and Goldingo has been revamped as you can see here. And the Armor Roots is kind of my favorite now. And Goldingo is now Silver Surfer. To finish it off, ability capsules can now switch Zygarde between Orb Break and Power Construct. I did forget one addition to this game, and that's the buff teams for the gym 4 to 8. So here are the teams for those gyms, and good luck with that. I'm not gonna go over all the fixes in this game, so here's a screenshot of all the fixes that they made. Now that we finished going over the additions to this game, we can now go over the balance changes. Let's start off with the Pokemons that got buff. Cofagrigus has been buffed by getting a custom hidden ability called Coughing Shield. When this Pokemon is active, self-switching moves like U-turn and teleport will automatically fail. Turtonator has been buffed, with buff stats being an HP buff from 60 to 90, an attack nerf from 78 to 48, and a special defense buff from going from 85 to 105, while also getting some new moves and a new ability called Detonating Cell, where it's upon contact, a Pokemon lose 1/8 of their HP, while also clearing Stealth Rocks on their side. Galarian Stunfisk has also been buffed, with a stat buff going from HP 109 to 117, an attack buff going from 81 to 94, a defense buff going from 99 to 109, special attack buff going from 66 to 76, and a special defense buff going from 84 to 94, and gets his Snap Trap move buff also, going from a grass move to a steel move, and in its base power going from 35 to 75, and also getting some new moves. Hitmontop has been buffed by now learning U-turn. Cacturne has also been buffed by now learning Leaf Blade. Berserker has also been buffed with its stats getting buffed with its HP and special defense going from 70 and 60 to 90. And it's also get some new moves in its move pool also. Silvally has also been buffed with all of its stats getting buffed going from 95 to 100 while also getting some new moves. Staraptor has been buffed by learning Blaze Kick and Bulk Up. All the starters now have a second ability, and I'll be going over each single one of them. The Bulbasaur line now gets Poison Touch. Charmander line gets Flash Fire. Squirtle line gets Rain Dish. Chikorita line gets Natural Cure. Cyndaquil line gets Flash Fire. Typhlosion Hisuian gets Clear Body. Totodile line gets Strong Jaw. Trico line gets Unburden. Torchic line gets Striker, which is a custom ability, I believe, that increase kicking moves by 30%. Mudkip line gets Damp, and Damp has been buffed, meaning it can no longer get burned, and I believe that's the only buff it gets, I believe. Turtwig line gets Cell Armor. Chimchar line gets Limber. Piplup line gets Filter. Snivy line gets Set Skin. Tepic line gets Reckless. Ocelot line gets Cell Armor. Chespit line gets Bulletproof. Delphox line gets Frisk. Floki line gets nothing. Rowlet line gets Tinted Lens. Litten line gets Guts. Poplio line gets Water Absorb. Grookey line gets Defiant. Scorbunny line gets Runaway, which has also been buffed, which can no longer be trapped. Sabo line gets Keen Eye. Sprigatito line gets Magician. Fuecoco line gets Flame Body. Quaxly line gets Dancer. And that is all of the starters that gets a second ability. To end off the buffs, these are the following moves that now have 100% accuracy. High Horsepower, Walk Tomb, Fire Feint, Ice Feint, Thunder Feint, Drill One, Fairy Cutter, Metal Claw, Razor Leaf, Razor Cell, Walk Throw, Fairy Swipes, Blaze Kick, and Spatial Rend. Now, let's go over the nerfs. Mega Gallade has been nerfed, getting its speed reverted to 110. Alolan Muk has been nerfed, losing Recover. Desolate Land no longer triggers Photosynthesis. Hoopa Unbound has been nerfed, losing Magician and now having Frisk. Now let's go over the reworks. Absol and Mega Absol, not the Mega Absol Z, has been reworked. Mega Absol is now a Dark Fairy type, and Absol's ability change with Pressure now being Intimidate and its hidden ability being reverted. Frostlass has been reworked by losing Focus Blast but gaining Nasty Plot. Now let's go over the balance changes. Alolan Muk is unbanned from UU. Turtonator and Galarian Stunfisk is now banned from UU. The ban list has now been adjusted for the ZA Megas. Mega Raichu Y, Mega Garchomp Z, Mega Heatran, and Mega Meowstic is banned from OU. Mega Raichu X, Mega Chimecho, Mega Carbonable, Mega Golisopod, Mega Scovillion, Mega Glamora, and Mega Tatsugiri is banned from UU. Mega Absol Z, Mega Lucario Z, Mega Darkrai, Mega Maguna, Mega Zeraora, Mega Baxcalibur, and Mega Heatran is banned from U-Ubers. Before I show the ZA DLC Megas, here are the codes before they expire. Now that we got the codes out of the way, let's showcase the ZA Megas.